Welcome back to my little channel. Today's video I will address basically the aftermath of Christchurch and the stupidity of our politicians. In no way do I want to excuse the terrorist, or do I like to say that what he did is a good thing, because it isn't. There is no reason to kill someone other than physical self-defense, in my humble opinion. What this terrorist did was murder. Whether these people are of the same culture of you should not make a difference. Claiming that they do it to us also should not make a difference. Now, there is validity to his point that those in Europe and those in the Western world are in danger of Islam. After all, in this year alone, and it's only March, we've already seen 403 Islamic attacks in the world. Because of these attacks, around 2,000 people have died and an equal amount of number of people have become injured. There are large groups of people who have become homeless because of this, especially, for example, in Nigeria. Worldwide, Islam is a problem. Was Islam a problem in New Zealand? I can't remember having heard of any terror attacks in New Zealand. I could be wrong, mind you. I did hear that one of the mosques that the shooter attacked was implicated in radicalizing some people that went to fight with ISIS or something or other. But other than that, I didn't hear of them being involved in violence in New Zealand. But it is understandable to see that worldwide Islam has its problematic parts. Let's call it that. The reason this terrorist did what he did was to agitate the political enemies of his people into action, to overextend their own hand and experience the eventual backlash, to add to momentum to the pendulum swing of history, further destabilizing and polarizing Western society in order to eventually destroy the current nihilistic, hedonistic and individualistic insanity that has taken control of Western thought. Funny enough, what do the politicians then do? They play right in his hand. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern announced that New Zealand is immediately banning sales of military-style semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. Yeah, because punishing law-abiding citizens is a great way to keep everyone on board in being in favor of a multicultural society. Because let's be honest, if a Muslim does something, he's a lone wolf. But if a white person does something, the whole society needs to be blamed. Are you really this dense, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern? I probably pronounced it wrong the first time. Because let's be honest, you are now punishing your whole country on the act of an individual. And you're excusing a religion which has done far worse, even in the last 3 months of this year. And yes, she is excusing a religion because at one of the events for remembrance, or how do you call it? Can't find the word at the moment. She talked about how the Prophet Muhammad was such a good guy. And I'm pretty sure that she hasn't read the Quran, any of the Hadiths, or any of the Sunnahs. And I wonder where she then has the gall to talk about what a great man the Prophet Muhammad was, other than to appease the Muslims. She didn't have to make any talks about the Prophet. Had she just said, we don't want people being murdered in our country, she would have had my 100% fullest support. And I'm not from New Zealand, so she's probably not interested in my support. But by pretending that Muhammad had anything to do about this. Hell, if it were up to Muhammad, he probably would have done it himself. Let's be honest, the man was a bloodthirsty tyrant. Well, no, he wasn't a tyrant. He was a warlord and a tyrant. I'm sorry, I'm sidetracked. Had the Prime Minister basically spoken out against the terror attack and wanting to do good for the people that were attacked and wanting to protect the Muslims that were attacked, I would have had no problem with it. But she's appeasing by pretending that Muhammad was not a warlord, and she's punishing her whole country for the act of one individual. This is what he had intended. This is the whole concept of what the terrorist was planning. To create an atmosphere of fear and change in which drastic, powerful and revolutionary action can occur. She is creating a world where white people are basically being told what to do and everyone else needs to abide by what she is saying. This is creating a situation where people get the feeling that they no longer matter. Their rights are being taken away. Why? Because someone feels it needs to be taken away? Well, criminals won't stop. Terrorism won't stop because of those taken rights. Let's be honest, if we look in France, the Bataclan attack a few years ago, they didn't have their weapons legally, let's be honest. So saying, aha, so now legal gun owners will be punished for something criminals do, because that will make our society safer. Safer for whom? The only one who benefit from stricter gun laws are the criminals, because they are less likely to encounter armed opposition. Anyway, this is where I'm going to finish. Like, share and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and criticism as always is more than welcome. I hope to see you all next time.